In this series, we asked our audience to share their relationship issues with us and receive advice from other people.
We were having a conversation and I told her about my problem with maths. I failed maths in BEC. WASI 2, I failed maths and I had to rewrite it before I had admission to the university. There too, I struggled with maths. I told her, I'm glad in real life maths has very little to do with it, else I would have failed in life too. This was an honest conversation, but my girlfriend used my maths deficiency to mock me. When I make a mistake, no wonder you don't know maths. When I eat and leave some, it's because I don't know maths. One day she asked me, I don't want kids who are maths deficient, so how are we going to do it? Weeks ago, she called it quits without any reason, and I felt it was due to the maths issue. Now, she's back asking me to forgive and take her back. Would you take such a lady back if it were you? That's an interesting one. Well, this relationship these days is just a bit confusing. This is actually not an issue that should be actually made a big deal about. Because a lot of people are deficient in they have weaknesses in certain subjects. And I don't think it should have been a reason why she should have left. However, this is his opinion. He's assuming that it's because of the maths issue or the maths problem he has, that's why she left. So if I'm to advise you, bro, I think you should have initially sat down and had a conversation with her as to how far she was taking the maths joke to. Maybe you were feeling uncomfortable and you felt like, okay, this is getting too much. So you should have had that conversation. Then maybe she might not have known she was taking it too far. And I'm sure by then you would have resolved the issue instead of getting it to this level or to the extent of her leaving. So now that she wants to come back, it's kind of gets you thinking, like, what's actually her reason for coming back? Or it's not like suddenly you became a maths guru, And I'll first if I were to be you, I'll first sit with her and try and ask and interrogate and satisfy my curiosity as to why she decided to leave without giving any indication as to the reason why she left. That's the first thing I'll do. And based on her answer, I think I'll know what action to take next. However, because it could be she had other personal issues which she felt would kind of affect the relationship, so she decided to just take the easy way out, which is go her own way. So if it was a personal issue such that maybe she felt she wants to handle it herself and she's now back, I think it makes sense to try and sit down with her and let her know, okay, maybe going forward we have to have any discussion as to whatever challenge it is you are having. We should be open to ourselves. However, if it's actually got to do with the maths problem, then I think, excuse me to say, she's a bit childish, because if you leave someone because the person has a challenge instead of rather encouraging the person, then it means that going forward, if you have to settle down, you just, any little challenge you both encounter, you just take the easy way out, which is exit. So if it's the maths issue, actually, I would say, bro, she's not worth it. She's not worth it, because you're going to be having variations of the same problem going forward. So I'll say, bro, just get someone who would give you who would not be take issues so much out of context. Yeah, that's what I'll say to you.